something to children. We must ensure that when he discovers we have left our places of exile to fight Mal'jin's invasion, he doesn't kill our families. Once we have liberated our people from the dragon builders and the Iron Boatmen, we can discuss what to do with Najashi's genitals.
According to Toro, we have a flea amongst us who likes to bite in such places, Raquel said, and looked sidelong at Toro, who burst into another round of laughter, holding his belly.
Gods, this child is the best, Z. Where did you find her?
In the pantry of a creature that unfortunately missed its lunch that day, Boneclaw muttered. If we can convince Najashi to unite with us to free T'iru Midiri, Z reminded them for the 100th time, in order to save his throne and likely his neck, then we can take the army of the kingdom into battle against Mal'jin.
We have been gone for almost a month, Razor reminded Z. There is a greater than 50-50 chance that T'iru Midiri has collapsed politically and Najashi has surrendered. He isn't known for throwing himself into equal battles, preferring subterfuge, dishonesty, and overwhelming military superiority.
In that case, we will have to adjust our plans, Z replied. Najashi's treatment of the bone mages. You mean his mass murder of his greatest allies, Boneclaw corrected.
Yes.
Did not leave him highly regarded by the guilds and military societies of T'iru Midiri. Our destruction made them afraid to stand up to him, but they never pledged allegiance to him either. If he has fallen, they will still stand and can be gathered to form a resistance. Beside their path, as always, the lava bubbled and belched, throwing off reeking smoke and the heat of eternal suffering. A school of strange, swimming creatures leapt from the lava like engorged chimerae made of fish, pigs, and monkeys. Although their skin had no clear armor, they seemed immune to the heat of the fires. Toro flung the spear he had carved from some massive but unknown beast they had encountered on their second day of wandering. It resembled a massive sewing needle, with a loop that was used to connect the spear to a coil of rope. The spear penetrated one of the creatures, leading to horrific squealing. Toro yanked the beast onto land, where it flopped and skittered about like a deranged spider. Garat snapped her bone whip at the creature, severing its head, which continued to shriek as it rolled about on the stone. Razor stomped on it hard, finally silencing it.
"Thank the gods,"
Raquel muttered, and removed her fingers from her ears.
Excellent, Boneclaw muttered. Another lunch of rotting piss.
Z was about to scold Boneclaw when there came an even more horrible screech from above. Just as he glanced upwards, his hand reaching for his swords, a massive vulture the size of a man and made of little more than human skin stretched over bones with feathers made of dead men's fingers, sunk its talons into Raquel's shoulders and lifted into the air with her. Razor flung a dagger with incredible accuracy, sinking it into the bird's eye socket, but it had no effect on the monster. Razor drew back their arm to send another at the creature, but Z stopped them. "They're now over the lava. If the bird lets her fall—" Z didn't need to finish the rest of his sentence. The conclusions were obvious. More screeches sounded from above them, drawing their attention. A whole flock approached, intent on snatching them in the same way as they had with Raquel. The bone mages all had their weapons out and were prepared to fend off the attack. "Lower your weapons," Z said. "Let the creatures take us." The bone mages stared at him like he was mad. "You want us to be made into dinner for these things?" Boneclaw said. "Raquel is gone, Z. Tragic though it is, we shouldn't let the same happen to us. Our mission is too important." "We've been wandering in circles for at least 3 days," Z said. "This is our way out of this infernal loop. These bird demons will be easier to handle than this trap."
3 days? Boneclaw said in surprise.
"And you didn't—" He was unable to finish his sentence as one of the skin vultures snatched him in its claws and lifted him into the air.
All we needed for some peace and quiet were some flying demons to eat.